between Dunedin and Vancouver, you had a whiff rate of almost 34%. You're striking out one guy an inning. Well done.
Appreciate it.
Patreon.com/the Walk Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
Okay, so you were drafted this summer, 9th round. Did you have a draft party? Were you watching this go down?
No, I was watching. I didn't have a party. It was just me and my dad, my mom, my girlfriend, and one of my best friends growing up. So it was just us just sitting on the couch, just hanging out, just like a normal day.
Had the Jays been in touch with you, or did you have no real idea where you were going?
So I talked to the Jays like in the fall, like in my fall, a lot. But towards like when the draft is starting and stuff, and like weeks leading up, not really, not at all. I didn't think so. No, there's those teams where you think like, okay, there's these 4 or 5 teams that are big on me that I talk to a lot, but no, I didn't think Jays, but I'm glad. I loved it.
Have you been to Canada yet, Devereaux?
Well, I was in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, yes, of course. Was that your first time in Canada? Was with the Canadians there? Yeah. Did you like Vancouver?
Oh, it was beautiful. Cold. Like I said, it's back to the California thing. It's cold. So, but everywhere. All
I love it.
Facilities are.
You go to Florida, you're like, it's too hot. You go to Vancouver, you're like, it's too cold. We got a real Goldilocks here. Yeah.
Right. And all the affiliates are cold, except Dunedin, but you don't know with the rain. So.
All right. So when you got to Dunedin, had you buddied up with anyone that just kind of made that transition easier to college ball? Was there anyone who kind of helped you out along the way?
Like who got drafted with us, or?
Yeah, drafted, or even just when you showed up there were guys who maybe knew the ropes and were helpful.
I mean, there was some guys like in the facility who were like unfortunately rehabbing,
yeah,
right. That like took us on and stuff, but the draft group it's a good group of guys. We're all super close, so like it didn't feel anything weird. Like we were like the 2-week draft camp, like we were all with each other. We're all cool. So that was a good thing. And I've actually known Josh Kasevich. I played with him a while back, and we're from close to the same area, so I knew him. So it was cool, like also knowing somebody when you're coming in with a new group of 20 guys or whatever. But that's what do.
Someone to complain about the weather with who gets it, right?
Well, he was up in Oregon, so it's cold.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so how did they let you know you were getting the call up to Vancouver when you got the bump up?
So we were in Bradenton. We were playing at Bradenton, and we were at Dunedin. We were in a playoff race. We were, I think, when the draft guys, like there was, I think 10 of us that went over to Dunedin after the draft camp. We were like 3 games behind or something like that, and Bradenton was in first place. So we were up in Bradenton, and we lost first day, and then we beat them. And then so Sunday we come around, and I think we're up like 1 or 2 on them, and they beat us on Sunday, and it was like, oh. And then they called me in the office, and I was like, oh, what's going on? Then
so you didn't know. When they called you in, you were like, uh-oh.
No, I had no idea. I closed Saturday, so the day before, but I was supposed to pitch Sunday, but they had me close on Saturday. But like, and it crosses my mind now, like that could have had something with it. But in the moment, it was like there was nothing. I didn't know. And then they were just like, hey, you gotta, you've earned it. You've been pitching great for us. You're going up. You got a flight at 6 a.m. to Spokane, which you're going to go play with Vancouver. And I was like, perfect. So then,
which is kind of cool because Vancouver was in a playoff race when you joined them too, right?
Yeah. When I joined them, luckily again, Michael Turconi came up with me. So we were on the same flight. So, I had a little travel partner, I guess.
Yeah.
So we flew into Spokane, and I think they were like 1 or 2 games back, and then we were if we would have won Sunday in Spokane, we would have clinched then. So it's awesome. First year or first like 6 weeks, whatever, in pro ball, I got some playoff experience, and some like tough games being because of playoffs on the line and stuff.
what was the atmosphere difference like between being in the Dunedin bullpen to the Vancouver Canadians bullpen? Was there a difference in vibes, or was it pretty much the same?
The fans, that was what was different. Vancouver, as you guys probably know, Vancouver, it's 5,000, 6,000 fans every day. It's a Friday. We were playing at 12 o'clock against Eugene. School's in session. There was like kids running around. It's like they canceled school that day for the game. It's awesome. And then Dunedin, it's like there's like 12, so it's Dunedin, it's all pro ball and all that, but like Vancouver feels a little more like pro ball just because of the atmosphere and the fans and how many people are there. Like in Dunedin, it's kind of like, it feels like not a fall, but like kind of like a fall ball game in like college. Like, like we're all here, we're playing against another team, but like there's not that many people here. Which
Right.
is, I mean, you got to obviously, like when there's pros and cons of the atmosphere. Like some people can like shrivel up and like not do good, and and when there's not a big atmosphere and there's not a lot of people there, like some people are just more loose and they're just like, okay, there's nobody here, that's going to talk crap to me if I give up a home run or strike out. And so like there's difference, but I'm a guy where I feed off of that energy. I like when, even if I'm at like in Eugene, there's some guys talking crap in the stands. Like that gets me going. I like that a lot. I feel more like into the game. Like, okay, now there's people in Dunedin. It was kind of just like quiet the whole time.
That's funny. Adam and I we make our livings as stand-up comics. So the heckling thing, I totally get. Like just firing you up and you being like, all right, let's go.
Right.
Okay. So you're in Vancouver, and you knew a few guys, you said, right? Like you came down with Turk. Were a couple other guys you were aware of before you got?
I played in the Cape Cod with Matt Swanson.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I knew Matt. Did I know anybody else? I didn't. Oh, I knew Sam Ryan because he was in Dunedin rehabbing. The first couple of days we were there. So, but no, I didn't. That was about it. All I knew. But that's just the life of baseball players. We do this our whole life. We play.
Yeah, of course.
Teams like you meet. It's just the world of baseball. You meet so many new guys every single year, every single team you're on. So it's like us baseball players, we're kind of used to that. We're like, okay, we're gonna go meet another new 25 guys. Like, okay, sweet.
So just to go back for a second here, other than the fans and just the atmosphere of the stadium being a little bit more vibrant, let's use the intensity within the bullpens from Dunedin to Vancouver, it was pretty similar, being you're both in a playoff race and stuff, or did you notice a difference?
I think the difference is that there's typically older players. So like you're facing older hitters, like low A, there could be a lot of 18-year-olds, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Like in high, you get up to like the 22s, the 25-year-olds. So it's like some of these guys are like in high A have played professional baseball once I stepped foot on a college campus. So like that's the difference of it. But
there's some experience there.
Right. That's about it. Guys in high, like in the bullpen, like they have a little more like routines and stuff that like you can pick up on. And like Dunedin, it's like like I said, it could be a lot of young guys that like you're older than, but they've been in the pro baseball for 2 years, but you're older than, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's just like older guys being around them and like picking up things that they do that like I don't do or something like that. So that's about the difference, but not much. The intent, like we were playing Eugene. I mean, Eugene was a legit team, so it was more like, okay, we got to do this. We got to throw this pitch to this guy, this pitch to this guy. You know what I mean? So it's more like that. When in Dunedin, it was kind of just like, hey, let's attack. So that's about the difference. Not a big difference at all. Just like I said, the guys you're facing a little more veterans, I guess you could say,
right?
Pro ball.